Hi, my name is Jubin with Dana Legal Services, and in today's video I'm going to talk a little bit about should you do a patentability search. We quite often get the question, people asking us, uh, should I do a patentability search? What is a patentability search? We have another video that explains what a patentability search is and what the costs are associated with it. But in this video I want to talk specifically about whether or not you should even do a patentability search. Now, when you go and ask various patent attorneys their opinion on patentability searches, the answers vary dramatically, in my opinion. Some recommend it, some don't, some are indifferent to it. So let's first define what a patentability search is. A patentability search is a search done in various public databases to determine if what you have as an idea that you want to patent is already disclosed or made known to the public. Now, if a patentability search is designed to determine if your idea is disclosed to the public, the thing you have to think about is whether or not you want to spend the time and money to do that. Now, my personal opinion is I don't recommend them, I don't discourage them. I just simply explain to my clients what the benefits are of doing it and when I think it's a good time to do it. And my opinion really kind of based on the fact that if you're an expert in the area where you've come up with an invention, or the thing that you come up with is something you're familiar with, then I don't think a patentability search is the best way to spend your money. On the other hand, if you're entering an area for the first time, you've never really worked in this space, and you just suddenly came up with an idea that you think is solving a problem and you think it's a clever idea, then in that sense I think a patentability search is worth doing because you're not familiar with the area that you're creating or inventing in. So let me give you an example. Let's say that you're a mechanic and you work on cars every day, and there is a particular problem that you've noticed with a particular way of removing a part or a tool that's needed, and you come up with a solution to that by coming up with a new tool design, or you create a creative way to solve a mechanical problem. In that sense, I don't think a patentability search is really needed, because if you're an expert and you're a mechanic and you deal with cars every day, it's highly likely that you already know what's out there, or you've asked around and you haven't found a solution to your problem, and that's why you're coming up with this idea. On the other hand, if you're a florist and you are in the business of flowers, and then suddenly you come up with an idea to solve a mechanical problem because of some issue you came across with your own car or your own machinery or whatever, then in that sense, or in that case, I think a patentability search is worth doing, because you're innovating and inventing in a field that you're not familiar with. So in the instances in which you are very familiar with the field you're inventing in, or you're creating solutions to problems for, it's probably not worth spending the money or the time to do a patentability search. Because again, keep in mind that patentability searches can go anywhere from $1,500 for a simple single database, one or two references uncovered, to $6,500 to $7,000 depending on the number of databases and the number of references that come back. Also keep in mind that when you file your patent application, a patent examiner will do a search on their own anyway, and you are paying for that search. Part of the fees you pay to file an application is a search fee. So it might be best, in case of budget and funding, to really spend your time and money on preparing the application and getting a good application, especially if you are an expert in the field. Now, if you do a patentability search, you can also incorporate the knowledge you've acquired through the patentability search into your patent application to set you up with a slightly better position when you go deal with the patent office and the examiner at the patent office examines your application. So at the end of the day, I think it's kind of one of those things where if you have the budget and you want to do it, sure, go ahead and do it. If you're an expert in the field and you're limited by budget, you probably don't need to do it. If you're new to the field and you want to innovate, it's probably better to spend a little bit of money, allocate a little bit of your budget to doing a patentability search, before you spend money on having a patent application prepared. And remember, a patentability search is really something I would do if I was filing a non-provisional patent application. If I was filing a provisional patent application, I probably wouldn't do a patentability search, because it's the claims of the patent application that really are relevant to the patentability search. And as we all know, provisional patent applications do not require claims. That being said, there are many instances in which companies do not do patentability search because they find it to be cumbersome in terms of knowledge they acquire. Because remember, if you do a patentability search and you come across a particular patent, an issued active US patent, then you're considered to have knowledge of that patent. And therefore, if somehow down the road some kind of lawsuit is initiated and that patent comes into play, the patent holder can claim you had knowledge of the patent and therefore potentially get you for willful infringement, which trebles the damages. I'm Jubin Dana with Dana Legal Services. We're here to help you, so if you have questions about patentability searches, whether they're worth doing or not, what the costs are, give us a call. We'd be happy to help you out. Take care.